quarterbacks. Bring us home.
All right. Let's get into it. So my stardom for the week is Justin Fields versus Dallas. Dallas is giving up a ridiculous 309 passing yards per game with a total of 420 yards total per game, worse than the league. I have a feeling that the Jets actually could probably come out with their first win of the season.
It's very possible. Yeah, good play there.
Yeah. So my sit 'em of the week, I'm going to go with Bo Nix. Even though he did look pretty decent in Monday night's game, they are playing Philly. They're one of the best defenses, especially when it comes to fantasy quarterbacks. So
yeah,
those are my two.
You said Bo Nix a couple of weeks now, and he's been my starting quarterback for a bit, and I've never been happy with you, Bob. All right, never been. This is not. It's not personal here, but I'll take your advice and see if I move on here. All right.
Well, at least in the guillotine, you might want to.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. I think this one might be a no-brainer, but there's people that are wishy-washy. I think you still got to go Jared Goff against Cincinnati. 30th against the pass defense. Detroit is only 10th passing offense, and they still might be stronger even after this week. I think that might be a no-brainer, but I would do it. So sit him though. I'm gonna sit Tua against Carolina, and there's two reasons here. One, obviously the real reason Tyreek Hill is out, so you're out your number one wide receiver. But the last time Carolina played a left-handed quarterback, they shut out Michael Penix, and they're going to shut out Miami this week.
You are digging deep there, my friend.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but Miami's still looking awful, so I'm not save your horses on that one.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Although I think last week's game, I think they have something to build on, and nothing against Tyreek Hill, but he is also a prima donna at the position, right?
Yeah.
Has to demand his, his looks. And
they were coming into something,
Yeah. And so I think, yeah. Anyways, getting off on a tangent.
yeah.
Anyways, let's stay on point here. Let's stay on point. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good. Jim.
All right. So my stardom for a running back on the week is Woody Marks from Houston. So last week, Nick Chubb might still get the start, but Nick Chubb only carried the ball 13 times last week. Woody Marks carried it 17 times. He had 2 touchdowns in that game, and his number of carries per week have increased. I think he's gonna rock for you this weekend versus Baltimore, which is pretty beat up defense, and they're giving up a lot of yards.
Yeah. No, I like that, man.
All right, so my sit for the week, and this might be, a lot of people I might get a little hate mail for this, but it's sitting Bucky Irvin. So why I say that is, one, he does have a sprained ankle, so he may not even play. 2, he's playing against Seattle's defense, who's only given up 6 touchdowns so far this year, total, and so I think it's a good bet. Sit him. And, go with somebody else.
Okay.
Like Woody Marks.
He says. Hey, he's like, hey, here's that transition. Here's that segue. Or you could start Breece Hall. Because he's been on the fence for a lot of weeks, but now he plays Dallas. Braylon Allen probably might not play. So your backup running back.
He was put on. Wasn't he put on the IR?
Was he? Okay. Last time I looked, he was doubtful. Yeah. But Dallas giving up 123 yards against the run. So looking very good for Breece Hall, who should have been, a top stud last year. Should be looking into a great run game this game here. So I would say take your shot with Breece Hall. Could be a risk, but high reward. Sit him, though. Minnesota fans ain't going to like this. Jordan Mason at Cleveland. technically in London, but they are first against the run. And Minnesota's offense is looking atrocious. Terrible start, at least in the first half, and you're probably going to have to pass in the second half. So I would just ixnay the Jordan Mason A. You say?
Agreed. I was torn between Jordan Mason and Bucky Irvin for my Cinema of the Week. But that's a solid takeaway right there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep moving on here. Let's go for my stardom for the wide receiver, right, is going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown because they're playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati's defense is atrocious. They're 30th of the league in defense, 30th in the league in giving up pass yards. I think it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown all day long.
Fair enough. I mean, the Goff Amon-Ra is a great connection between the two of us. Yeah, You can't go wrong there. I think you start everybody against Cincinnati if you can.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Moving on, my Cinema of the Week is a wide receiver on the opposite side of the ball there in that Detroit-Cincy game is Ja'Marr Chase.
The number one overall pick probably in most fantasy leagues this year.
Yes, and unfortunately, I am stuck with him in a couple leagues myself. Took him number one overall in a league, and I'm just regretting it. I wish I would have taken Bijan Robinson, but anyways, I digress. But Ja'Marr Chase in the last two games, he's got 10 catches for 73 yards. It's just they look horrible. Browning is tough to watch.
Yeah.
So they got no running game, they got no passing game. Their offensive line play has been horrible. Their defense is horrible. I mean, it's about time to get into like Arena Football League with them.
Now, quick question though on the Ja'Marr Chase thing. Are you confident enough? Are you sitting him in those leagues that you have him?
I am.
And number two is he a guy that somebody may consider trading away right now? And is there any value?
So that's a very interesting question because I was contemplating that very thing this afternoon, going over my lineups. Here's the thing: Joe Burrow is out for 3 months, right? With it
December-ish, right?
But December, if you can keep your team in it to where you get a playoff spot, right, coming into December, then Ja'Marr Chase could be big.
All of a sudden, if Cincinnati decides to keep Joe Burrow in play at that time, I mean, if they're 3-9, they may shut him down regardless. So that's also a risk worth taking. So is it maybe get your value trade while you can type of a deal, or are you going to maybe try to hold out and see if, I mean, Cincinnati's only 2-2, but the teams they played may not, whatever. The record is what it is. But can they be 500 going 6-6 and Joe Burrow comes back? Could they make a run there? I mean, it's so
basically
towing the line.
What you're telling me is if I'm going to make a trade, I tell them not to watch this week's podcast.
Fair.
Because you're making too many good points.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Next week. The next one.
Yeah, exactly.
The next one.
Yeah, week 7, you want to listen, or week 6, you want to listen to that one. So.
Okay. I'm going to go with the other guy. And the other guy meaning Marvin Harrison, where he's been a start, a sit, I think, for the last couple of weeks for both of us. I think that last catch in the last week got a little bit of confidence against him. Tennessee is going to give him more confidence. I think that's a great start for you. They're 22nd against the pass. I think the options are looking great for Marvin Harrison Jr. Sit him, though. I'm not super comfortable with this because I think I literally do have to start him in one league based on all the buys that I do have. However, that's a force option, okay? but I don't like the Zay Flowers matchup. I don't know who their quarterback is going to be this week. All right, they're playing against Houston, 7th against the pass. We don't know what the quarterback. He hasn't gotten a lot of yards. He hasn't gotten a lot of looks. So I'm not super confident on what he's going to bring to the table. And they still have D-Hop that could take options or take looks his way, attempts. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm not not fully confident about
it. I would agree with you. I mean, look at DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, I think he might actually lead the team in touchdowns. He's got 2 on the season, and I think he only has like 3 or 4 catches. Right? I mean,
probably leads the team in catches. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but anyways.
We digress. We digress.
Yes, exactly. All right. So sorry, I'll cut in. Let's go right to stardoms for tight ends. All right, I'm going with Darren Waller. Had a big game on Monday night. Now I think with Carolina's defense gives up a lot of yards to the tight end, basically 11 yards per target. And so far this season, they've given up 285 yards to the tight end. Darren Waller's going to be the target that Tua's going to need in the end zone. He's a big target, and he catches well, runs routes well. And with Tyreek getting hurt, I think he's going to be money. I think you can stick him in your lineup and be fairly confident.
Okay,
I know I am.
That's a great take on your part there. That's all I'm gonna say there. I'll get to that in a second.
Alrighty, all right, great. All right, so my sit 'em at the tight end position is going to be Hunter Henry. Against Buffalo defense.
Okay.
Buffalo defense is one of the toughest in the league, especially in fantasy, giving up fantasy points to tight ends. So I would say sit him, even though the last couple weeks he's been money.
Yeah, he's been money. He's been money on my bench too, and I never, but he's my backup. What am I supposed to
do? Well, he's your backup. I mean, that's a good problem to have.
But then when I start him, he's gonna do crap, right? Like that's every fantasy owner is gonna have.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, right? That's.
I'm gonna go backwards on this one. I'm gonna lead into the sit-em category, which is originally I have T.J. Hawkinson against Cleveland because against Cleveland is still really good. The 4th against the pass, but my second guy was Darren Waller because I just don't like how Tua's been playing at all this year with Tyreek out. I think they're gonna double a lot of these guys, and I'm not confident in that. So right now it's a battle between Gully and Bully on who Darren Waller might come out with this week. But he wasn't my original sit, so you have the edge on the start on that one. But my start will be Darren Schultz against Baltimore, 31st against the pass. I don't know what's going on with Baltimore's defense. They're giving everything up under the sun. So CJ Stroud, I think, maybe finally getting out of his glitch of 7 straight games of only 1 or less touchdown passes. He might be able to come out of this hitch and perform. So this could be a great opportunity for him.
Absolutely. I mean, I just think this game for the Houston Texans could be a get-right game, right? They're going against a battered Baltimore defense and offense, right? Because I don't think Lamar is going to play, and you're going to have to deal with Cooper Rush, which then on top of it, they have Woody Marks, you got Christian Kirk, and of course Nico Collins, I think, and Schultz. I think they're all starting to come along. I like that call.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. That is our Week 5 Stardom Sit 'em